Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not dare scroll past this message today. I am not asking you to listen. I am warning you. The algorithm did not bring you here by accident. Heaven intercepted your feed because a massive amount of unexpected money is currently locked in the unseen realm. It is waiting for your release. The enemy has been working overtime to keep this financial blessing away from you. He wants you to keep swiping so you miss the exact key. But what I am about to reveal will break the cycle of delay forever. In the next few minutes, I will give you the exact code to release this abundance into your physical reality within 72 hours. Anchor your spirit to my voice right now. That quiet exhaustion you have been carrying in your bones is not normal. You have spent years wondering why you work so hard but still struggle. You give to others and live with a pure heart. And yet your financial reality always seems to hit a brick wall just before the breakthrough arrives. Stop dismissing that heavy feeling in your chest. The world tells you that you are just not working hard enough. People say you just need to hustle more or plan better. But heaven says something completely different. You are not failing, and you are certainly not cursed. You are simply fighting an invisible battle that nobody else can see. You were chosen to be the generational cycle breaker for your family. That means the poverty and struggle of your bloodline stops with you. The enemy knows this, and he is absolutely terrified of your potential. He knows that if you ever get access to true wealth, you will use it to fund the kingdom and bless everyone around you. That is why your finances have been under constant attack. It is not bad luck. It is a targeted spiritual blockade. Every time you get close to stability, something breaks down or an unexpected expense drains your account. The darkness is desperately trying to keep you stressed and tired. A tired warrior cannot claim their rightful territory. But let me reframe your reality right now, because heaven is stepping in. The blockade is not just in your bank account. It is actually targeting your physical frequency. When you are stressed, your brain gets locked into a low vibration signal. This constant stress signal literally repels the unexpected miracles that heaven is trying to send you. I am naming this early because I do not want to build mystery just for a sale. Let me be direct about what is coming so you can decide whether to stay for the full picture. There is a specific physical anchor that heaven has provided for this exact moment. It is a tool designed to bypass the earthly noise and restore your original frequency. Dr. Robert Lake discovered a way to break this stress loop. The restoration has a name, and it is called the Genius Song. It uses audio brain entrainment to gently reactivate your dormant gamma brainwaves while you simply sit and listen. Gamma is the exact frequency of genius and divine connection that the enemy tried to shut down. Some of you already feel the pull in your spirit. If your intuition tells you this is the tool you need, the door is open. The link is waiting for you in the description and the pinned comment below. But do not rush if you are not ready. Stay with me for the full message if you want more context about this spiritual warfare. For those staying here is what the enemy is desperately trying to hide. The blockade on your money is actually tied to a hidden agreement you made a long time ago. You accepted a survival identity without even realizing it. In just a moment, I am going to show you exactly how they locked your frequency since you were 7 years old. Take a deep breath and really hear this. You have always known you were different. You have always felt that you were meant to live a life of immense freedom and impact. That feeling is not a child wandering in imagination. It is a divine memory of who you truly are. And the darkness has spent decades trying to make you forget it. Look back at your life. Think about the people who took advantage of your pure heart. They drained your energy and walked away while you were left to rebuild from nothing. You thought you were just too nice or too naive. But that was actually the enemy sending counterfeits to drain the exact energy you needed to build your wealth. They wanted to keep you completely exhausted. If you are always worrying about paying the next bill, you will never step into your prophetic mantle. But the season of scraping by is officially over. Heaven has issued a divine mandate for your financial release. Stay locked on my voice because we are about to dismantle the root cause. Here is the profound truth most people miss entirely. Your financial struggle is not a reflection of your worth. The world tells you that wealth is just about hard work and logic, but heaven operates on a completely different system. You are a spiritual being living in a physical world, and the enemy has been manipulating the physical rules for decades to keep you trapped in a relentless cycle of exhaustion and endless debt. Do not let your mind wander right now. Remember earlier when I mentioned how they locked your frequency since childhood? Science calls it the decline effect. Around the age of 7, your brain underwent a massive shift. While your soul was designed to connect with the infinite abundance of the universe, earthly systems slowly programmed you to accept limitation and fear as your normal reality. They trained you to survive instead of teaching you how to thrive. Before that age, you were operating heavily in gamma brainwaves. Gamma is the exact frequency of miracles and divine intuition. It is the channel where heaven speaks directly to your spirit. But the enemy used the noise of the world to shut that channel down. He locked your nervous system into beta mode, because the darkness knows that as long as you are fighting just to survive the week, you will never have the energy to step into your ultimate prophetic calling. When you are stuck in survival mode, you cannot receive unexpected money. Your closed nervous system literally acts like a shield against abundance. You pray for a financial breakthrough every single night. You can pray for open doors until you lose your voice, but if your biological frequency is pushing the blessing away, the miracle simply cannot land in your life. And the enemy laughs because he knows you are fighting the wrong battle. This brings us to a profound truth that changes everything. Look at the greatest leaders in Scripture. Think about Joseph sitting in the dark pit, or Moses walking through the isolated desert. They were not being punished by heaven. They were being insulated. Heaven often requires a period of intense isolation to protect your anointing from toxic influences, while your spiritual roots grow deep enough to sustain the coming glory. God had to separate them from the noise. Your years of financial hardship were exactly like that desert. The isolation and the lack were a severe mercy from the Most High. Heaven had to strip away your reliance on earthly systems. The universe needed you to understand that human structures will always fail you, so that when the massive wealth finally arrives, you will know exactly who provided it. True wealth flows directly from the divine source when your frequency is correctly aligned. Stay with me because what I am about to share next will break the cycle permanently. The season of your hidden preparation is officially closing right now. You have passed the test of the wilderness. You demonstrated extreme faithfulness when you had absolutely nothing. The very fact that you are hearing this message today is proof that your name has been called in the courts of heaven for a divine transfer of wealth. Heaven is about to reward that obedience with a massive financial acceleration. The enemy is panicking because his greatest trick is finally exposed. He thought he could keep your gamma frequency dormant forever by drowning you in constant bills. He sent toxic relationships to quietly drain your emotional reserves. He knew that if you ever woke up to your true identity and reclaimed your supernatural frequency, his kingdom of darkness would suffer a massive and irreversible blow. You are becoming entirely too dangerous to his hidden agenda. You are not just a regular person trying to pay rent. You are a demonstrated warrior of light operating deep inside enemy territory. Your financial breakthrough is not just about buying a nicer house. It is about perfectly funding your divine assignment. When righteous people are given access to unlimited resources, they do not just build comfortable lives, they build powerful legacies that set entire generations completely free. God wants to put massive wealth into your hands because he can trust your heart. But right now, your spirit and your physical body are entirely out of alignment. Your soul is ready for the blessing, but your brain is still wired for trauma. This is where the spiritual and the scientific realms perfectly collide. Decades of clinical research at places like Princeton and Harvard have proven that your brainwaves dictate the reality you experience. You have been operating under such immense worldly pressure for so many years that your biological alarm system has literally forgotten how to power down and receive. The enemy desperately wants to keep you in this disconnected state. He knows that if you ever clear that residue and reactivate your genius frequency, you will become utterly unstoppable. The financial doors that have been slammed shut for years will suddenly swing wide open, because heaven has already dispatched the provision you asked for, and it is merely waiting for your biological frequency to become a clear landing pad. Very soon I will show you exactly how to flip that switch. Now here is where it goes much deeper, and I am going to reveal the exact reason why the enemy fights your finances so fiercely. You have been carrying a hidden agreement in your spirit. At some point in your life you subconsciously decided that struggling makes you holy. You believed that poverty equals purity. But that is the biggest lie the darkness ever sold you. Hold on and listen carefully to me. The Most High never intended for you to live in constant financial anxiety. The enemy convinced you to shrink yourself down. He made you believe that asking for abundance is selfish, so you stopped asking entirely. You accepted the crumbs while you watched wicked people hoard the wealth, and your beautiful humility became the weapon they used against you. Remember when I asked exactly who was blocking your unexpected money? It was never about the economy. The world triggered the decline effect inside your brain when you were just a child. They intentionally shut down your gamma frequency. They knew your divine intuition would make you untouchable. They wanted your genius locked away, so you would remain a tired worker instead of a powerful creator. But the season of suppression is officially over. The spiritual contract of poverty over your bloodline is breaking right now. You are not a victim of bad luck. You are the generational cycle breaker that heaven has been waiting for. The universe is removing every single block that held you back, and you are stepping into a dimension where unexpected money finds you effortlessly. You are stepping into your destiny as a breakthrough prophet. The angels are rearranging your timeline in the unseen realm right now. The doors slammed in your face were actually divine protection. God was hiding you from toxic counterfeit opportunities because they would have distracted you from the true treasure. Your isolation was simply the incubation period for your ultimate financial victory. Take a deep breath and feel the truth of this. You survived the desert when you were entirely broken. You extended grace to people who only handed you betrayal. Heaven watched you maintain a pure heart while surrounded by absolute darkness. That is exactly why you are worthy of this coming wealth, and your soul is pure enough to handle the massive blessing without being corrupted by it. There is a reason your tolerance for earthly noise has changed lately. I am going to show you exactly why in just a moment. But you must understand that your spirit is ready for the shift. Your physical body simply needs to catch up. Heaven is about to provide a specific physical tool to help your nervous system bypass the stress so you can finally receive the key to reactivating your divine inheritance. You are the shamar of your family. You are the watchman standing on the sacred wall. For years you absorbed the pain and the heavy karma of everyone around you. You acted as an emotional sponge until you were drained. But heaven says the watchman is finally allowed to rest. You do not have to fight these invisible battles using your exhausted energy anymore because the divine provision is taking over your life. Do not skip this next part because it is critical. You have been treating your preparation as an unending process. You stayed in the waiting room because the massive magnitude of your calling secretly terrified you. You are actually afraid of your own power. You know deep down that when you finally become wealthy, everything will change. But heaven does not wait for you to feel completely ready. Release the burden you were never meant to carry. You thought you had to figure out the exact strategy to get rich. You tried to force the outcome using earthly methods and just burned yourself out. But spiritual wealth does not come from grinding harder. It comes from radical obedience and profound stillness. When you surrender the timeline to the Most High, the financial floodgates automatically open to flood your life. Let me make this perfectly clear before we move forward. You are experiencing blockages because your nervous system is trapped in survival mode. The constant stress creates a low frequency that repels unexpected abundance. To fix this, you must reactivate the dormant gamma brainwaves that you naturally possessed as a child. You are the vessel designed to channel divine wealth, and your biology must be aligned to handle it. This is not about wishing for money, it is about biological and spiritual alignment. The enemy used the world to lock your brain into a state of panic. When you break that panic signal, the blocked resources begin to flow toward you. You just need a way to flip the switch back to its original divine setting so the miracles can land precisely where they belong. Your season of confusion ends today. The spiritual atmosphere is incredibly heavy with the weight of glory. The angels have already dispatched the financial blessing you prayed for in secret. Your only job now is to prepare your physical body to receive it. You must remove the invisible barriers from your mind so the universe can deliver the unexpected wealth straight into your open hands. Remember earlier when I first mentioned the tool that breaks the stress loop? Now it is time to walk through exactly what it does. You are a generational cycle breaker who deserves to be fully equipped. The universe does not expect you to fight this massive spiritual battle with your bare hands because you were always meant to have divine assistance. Heaven provides a physical anchor to manifest the breakthrough. Let me tell you about a 51-year-old man who lost his job. He spent 2 years unemployed, and his brain felt completely foggy. He went to multiple interviews, but the right words just would not come out when he needed them the most. He felt like his sharpest days were entirely behind him, but he decided to try reactivating his gamma frequency. He listened to the audio quietly every single morning. In just 11 days, he received an offer that paid significantly more than his old job. The change did not happen in his resume. The profound shift happened entirely inside his head, because when your brain is clear and your frequency is elevated, the exact right opportunities naturally gravitate toward you without any extra effort. He finally removed the heavy interference and allowed his genius to shine. Let me tell you the full story of what this restoration tool does. Dr. Robert Lake spent 34 years studying human brainwaves. Scientists at places like MIT and Princeton have mapped how gamma frequencies actively influence our physical reality and shape our daily experiences. Dr. Lake discovered you can safely trigger this state using highly specific audio brain entrainment. It is absolutely real. I would never disrespect your current financial situation. I know that right now every single dollar matters to you. Traditional biofeedback therapy can easily cost hundreds of dollars for a single session, and it requires weeks of repeated clinic visits to see any results. Going to a retreat usually costs over $400, but neither of those options targets your gamma frequency specifically. Dr. Lake intentionally bypassed the expensive clinics to make this accessible. The standard price for the Genius Song is $49. He chose an intentional accessibility price of $39 for the remnant. This is a one-time investment with absolutely no subscriptions, because he knows that you need this vital tool right now to complete your divine assignment. You are meant to be fully supported. This access also comes with a complete value stack. You receive 4 specific bonuses designed to stabilize your new frequency. These bonuses hold a real value of $80. They are completely free when you access the main audio today and step confidently into your brand new chapter of effortless financial manifestation. The math is simple and the value is undeniable. Your total investment remains just $39. There is a profound 90-day keep the bonus guarantee. If your spirit does not feel the shift, you simply send an email. You will receive a full refund as an apology for your time, and you get to keep all $80 worth of bonuses forever. The only real risk here is choosing to stay stuck. Your peace of mind is completely honored in this space. Every day your gamma stays dormant is a day you live below your potential. The cost of waiting is paid in lost opportunities and strained relationships. The future version of you is looking back at this exact moment, hoping you will make the choice to finally break the chains of delay. You do not need to be perfect to step forward today. You just need to be willing to open the door. I need to protect you from what the enemy is doing online. There are many imitation products on the internet using similar names. They are empty audio files with absolutely no real brain entrainment technology inside them, and they will completely fail to activate your true divine potential. Imitation frequencies will only scramble your alignment further. You must guard your spirit and only use the verified source. The authentic key is waiting for you right now. You can find the verified link in the description below. It is also placed in 3 different spots within the pinned comment. Step through this door if your spirit recognizes the call, because heaven has already prepared the way for your massive breakthrough. After you complete your order, the system may show you the next phase. Both choices are respected. Your $39 access is not contingent on anything else. When you are finally ready to embrace the deeper path, Destiny's embrace might reveal itself to you as the next logical step in your profound spiritual journey. But for now, focus entirely on your first step. Place your hand on your heart and declare your readiness. Type 777 to seal this massive release. Hit that subscribe button to maintain this sacred covenant. You must turn on all notifications so you do not miss the next prophetic instruction when the universe sends it directly to your feed. Heaven is actively moving the pieces into place for your wealth. I will see you in the next message very soon. Stay blessed, chosen one.